What's up, Johnson family? My name is Cedric, and I'm upset. I'm a little annoyed, and I need to vent. And I feel like you guys are the best people to talk to about this, so let's talk. So initially today, I was going to sit down and record my review of Mariah's Butterfly album, which I'm so excited to hear. Like, if that album is anything like the Daydream album, which was incredible, like, I cannot wait to hear it. And judging by your comments, like, it's probably going to, like, literally, like, destroy my whole world. So I'm just so excited for that. But instead, now I'm going to be giving my thoughts and opinions on some members of Mariah Carey's fan base. So the day before yesterday, I uploaded a review of Mariah Carey's iHeartRadio performance. Now, before I pressed publish on the video, I was actually kind of nervous to post it because I knew on some level I was going to get some negative feedback from it. Like, I figured there were going to be some people who just read the title and disliked it, or people who watched the first minute or two of what I said and then just said, you know what, I'm gonna write a crappy comment and then just leave, which is kind of whatever. But when you get to the point where you feel like you have to tell someone to just die or to kill themselves over a video about Mariah Carey, I think you're going a little too far. Now, before I get into everything, I just want to say that I genuinely appreciate all the people who heard where I was coming from, who actually listened to what I said and watched the whole video and gave a positive, opinion about it or supported me. I want to thank you guys. You guys are incredible and I love you guys so much. And I really want to point out and just say I appreciate and really want to thank the people who disagreed with me and not only disagree with me, but disagree with me, gave the reasons why they disagreed with me, and then maybe gave me some, like, a little bit of backstory, like a source or something to back up their claim so we can actually have, like, a educated conversation and you can kind of help educate me on what I don't know. I appreciate you as well, like, immensely. So I post the video. I don't look at the comments initially because I'm just nervous. I don't want to see what people are saying, like, right off the bat. I want to wait at least a couple hours. And so I'm on Twitter, I'm scrolling through, and then I get a notification. So I go and look at the message, and it's basically a Mariah Carey fan account that's basically saying, like, I just watched your video, you were wrong about Mariah Carey lip syncing and We Belong Together. Like, she sang that live, she has vocal nodules, and so she has to sing around them and, like, all this different stuff. I was like, okay, cool. Glad you have your opinion. I think I responded and said, like, lip syncing is not that bad. Like, there's something wrong with it. But if you want to believe that she's not lip syncing, like, that's fine. More power to you. And then they replied to me and said, like, we already know that she lip syncs. I'm just educating you on her voice. And I was just like, but you just said that she didn't lip sync. So what are you saying? And they responded in capital letters saying, she didn't lip sync We Belong Together. And I was just like, I'm not gonna argue with you. Like, if that's what you believe and that's what makes you happy, like, more power to you. If it makes you happy, I'm happy. Like, great. Like, this is not that serious. Then they responded with, just die.
Really?
Like, that's what we're doing in 2018. Like, I'm grateful that I've been through a lot of crap in my life, and so my skin is a lot thicker than it was, back in the day. But what if it wasn't? What if it was somebody else who maybe, had a low or had insecurity issues or had a really crappy day or had confidence issues? Like, what if that message had come to them and they actually considered it? It's just so disgusting to me that someone can even say that to another human. And I would be willing to bet you money that this same person or the same type of person that would say something like that to another human being is the same type of person that when someone commits suicide is the first to be like, oh my gosh, like, rest in peace. Like, we need to have conversations about suicide awareness and blah, 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 blah. Like, I just cannot believe that people are still talking to other people like that over something as minuscule as lip singing or a pop singer. Like, it's just so gross to me. And it's just like, I think that a lot of people or a lot of stans of popular artists need to step back and look at themselves and differentiate between if they're obsessed with their fave or if they actually love and care for their fave. Because those are two really, like, completely different things. If you're obsessed with them, you're like a yes person. You're gonna tell them that everything they do is great. You're gonna just keep telling them that they're perfect and they can't improve on anything and they're just incredible and fantastic and they're just up here and we're all down here, versus loving and caring for that person. Because if that was the case and you were like, you really loved and cared for your fave, you would tell them the positives and also the negatives because you want them to be the best version of themselves. You're not gonna just hear someone say they're lip syncing and take that as hate and then start just throwing out any disrespectful comment that you can to try to bring that person down and make them feel the way that you feel they're trying to make your fave feel. And so I was like, you know what, I don't really, like, this is just so unnecessary. And so I sent them like a laughing emoji, like a heart, like a kiss back, and then just block them. Like, I don't have time for that. And so then I go back to my video and I'm looking through the comments to see what everyone is saying. And there were some comments in there that were just so ass backwards, that were just so For what? Like, I honestly feel like a lot of people, like a lot of Mariah Carey fans aren't musicians. And so when they hear someone say that Mariah Carey is lip syncing or their fave, whoever it is lip syncing, they take that as saying like, as like an insult. Like, you're lip syncing because you can't sing the song. Or you're lip syncing because, you know, you're incompetent and you're not as good as you used to be. That's so not where my mind is. There are so many reasons why someone may lip sync. I can name 5 right off the bat. Vocal health issues, maybe health issues, like you're actually sick. Production aspect. What else? Weather conditions, intense choreography. There are so many different reasons why a perfect performance, just wanting to give a good performance. Like, there are so many reasons why someone would choose to lip sync over actually singing. And so me saying that she's lip syncing is not saying that I hate her and that it's just the worst and she has something to prove to anybody. At this point, we all know that this woman is a legend. We get that. We know it. I think that it would be very hard to find someone who would deny that at this point. But just because you are an incredible artist, just because you have touched a lot of people, just because you are a very popular person does not negate or excuse you from criticism. It doesn't mean that nobody can talk about you. Like, Mariah Carey has been here literally since before I was born. I think at this point she understands that people are going to have opinions, whether positive or negative, about her voice and her performances and her music in general. Like, I think she gets that by this point. I don't think that she's looking for fans to come at people and be disrespectful to people on her behalf. Like, I don't think she would want a team of yes people. Because for what? That doesn't help her progress. It doesn't help her get further. Like, she's a legend, but she can still go further. I just don't understand how it really seems like people just wait for something to be offended by just so they can lash out and just, you know, spit out all their anger at this person. Like, it's just so unnecessary. I saw a lot of people in my comment section saying things like,
why are you focusing on her lip syncing? Why does everyone want to tear her down and focus on her lip syncing? Like, why does no one talk about anybody else? No one talks about Beyonce. No one talks about Britney or Celine.
Here's the thing. I said in that literal video that I don't watch Mariah Carey performances that often. I think the most recent one that I had seen prior to this one was the New Year's Eve performance. I literally said that in the video. So I don't know that Mariah Carey is like, she's always lip syncing or like I'm late to the party or whatever. I don't know none of that. I literally was asked to watch this video and give my honest opinion on it. And so I watched it and gave an honest opinion on it. And pointing out that I'm talking about Mariah, but not Beyonce, when in that literal video, I said Beyonce also lip syncs. Here's a clip. I have a theory because she's not singing, but it sounds like she's singing. So I have a theory. What I think they did, Beyonce does it sometimes too. But if you wanna, like, I don't really know why people talk about her more than others, but I have an idea. If we really think about it, think about Beyonce. Beyonce is a totally different type of artist than Mariah Carey. Beyonce has a fantastic voice. Beyonce can sing her butt off, but Beyonce also puts a lot of effort into production quality. She puts a lot of effort into like her choreography because she knows that people are probably gonna learn that choreography. Like, she has a whole like production set up. Like, there's so much more going on than just singing. So when she lip syncs, besides the fact that I personally believe that Beyonce's team may be a little better at switching between pre-recorded and like live vocals than Mariah Carey's team is. Besides that, I just feel like Beyonce, people don't bring it up as much because we understand that she's doing so much on stage already that it would just be hard to do all that and still sound effortless singing. When it comes to Celine Dion, I don't know her history. I don't know her like discography that well. I don't know her live performances that well, so I can't really speak on that and why people don't bring it up with her. Or Britney Spears. Britney Spears is literally an artist that is known for lip syncing. Like, I can't remember the last time that I actually heard Britney like sing live. There was a video I think on Twitter of her singing like Happy Birthday live at a concert or something, but besides that, Britney Spears is like literally like, if you ask anybody who knows Britney Spears, they're going to like, we know, like at this point we know. Anybody that knows Britney Spears knows that she lip syncs pretty much every minute of every song, and she's done this for decades now. Like, we get that. So why would we bring it up over and over again? Like, why, you know, Mariah Carey is an artist like Adele or Whitney. Artists that are known for their voice, and when they perform, they usually stand in one place, sing on a microphone, and just give you vocals. They may walk around the stage and, you know, do a little ditty or whatever, but they're known for standing and giving you vocals, and that is like they can captivate an audience by just standing there. That is their thing. I remember before Whitney had passed away and she was still doing music and live performances, people were always criticizing her voice and saying that she was lip syncing or whatever, because I'm assuming it's because she's known for standing there and singing. So her voice is like the focal point for people to focus on. Adele's the same thing. If Adele all of a sudden just started lip syncing every single performance, I feel like people would start pointing that out, because again, her voice is at the forefront. That's what it's about, her voice. She's not doing intense choreography and all this stuff on stage. She's literally just standing there and captivating the audience by her voice. So her voice is what we're gonna talk about. And if she's not actually singing, we're gonna mention it. And it's just so crazy how like the comment that I saw the most was about the We Belong Together climax and people swearing up and down that that was live. Like I told that person on Twitter, if that's what you want to believe, I'm not going to stop you. Like if that makes you happy and you want to believe that your fave sang that, that's fine. And I also understand that I watched that video one time, so I could have missed something. I could have thought something was lip sync and it wasn't, or vice versa. And that's where you guys come in to say, hey, you're wrong here. This is why you're wrong here, and here are some receipts. But when I saw those comments, I was like, maybe I did get that wrong. Before I just lash out and be mad about that, let me go and just double check and make sure that I got that right. So I went back, I watched the climax at the iHeartRadio festival or whatever 3 times. Then I went and watched 3 other performances of her performing We Belong Together live in the past like 2 years, and I went straight to the climax just to double check and make sure that I knew what I was talking about. And if you actually go and do research and watch those, you would see that whole climax was not live. It just wasn't. There are parts that literally sound exactly this, like literally if you put the wave files on top of each other, they will be exactly the same because she lip synced it. That's not a bad thing though. Like, and I'm not saying she lip synced like the whole climax. Like she could have cut a part here, cut a part there, sang this phrase, grab the studio version, put it here, just to make it sound cohesive to the audience. That doesn't mean that I'm saying that she cannot do it. It doesn't mean that I'm saying that she's just the worst and she's just past her prime and she cannot improve and she just needs to retire. I'm pointing out that she lip synced those parts. The parts that she didn't and they sounded good, I pointed those out too. It's just so insane to me. Like, I don't understand why it just seems like people enjoy being angry. If you really did not care about my opinion and you watched the first 2 minutes of the video and was like, you know what, screw this guy, I'm done, then just leave. You don't have to write a crappy comment just to make your voice known or announce that you're leaving. Like, I don't care, go, like leave. If you're not here for me, that's fine, go. Like, I'm not hating on this woman. I don't hate this woman. I have said in multiple videos how much I love her voice, how much I love her artistry, how much I think that she is one of the like literally most influential, greatest artist of our time. I don't think that every single performance has to be 100% perfect and 100% live. I never said that. And for the people who are telling me to delete my video, y'all don't control what I do. Like, bye. I'm not gonna delete it because you told me to. I'm just like, there were other things that I wanted to bring up and say in this video, but I'm just tired. Like, I don't like being this way. I genuinely try to make my life as positive as possible. And I try to spread that positivity, and just that positive energy to other people through this platform. And so I just don't get why people like look for reasons to be upset. And if, like I said, if you disagree with me, then tell me you disagree and tell me why you disagree. Don't just be disrespectful for no reason. Like, I love this woman. I don't know how many times I can say that I love this woman. I think she's incredible, but that does not excuse her from criticism, from honest criticism. Like, a lot of you guys say that you appreciate honest YouTubers and you want more honesty out of YouTubers, but then when they're honest, it's a problem. And also the people that are like going back and forth in the comment section being rude to each other, like, for what? Like, why? You're both fans of Mariah. Have like a fun conversation. This is supposed to be fun. Music is supposed to be fun. Why are we taking this so seriously? It's just music. It's just music. One more time. It's just music. So the butterfly review will probably be pushed to Monday because I don't typically upload on the weekends and there are new things coming out tomorrow. But yeah, just chill. And like I said before, the people who agreed with me and the people who disagree with me, but then like actually gave me information to help educate me on what I don't know, I appreciate you guys very much. And I want to thank you guys for being here and just for being positive and I just want a more positive world. Like, can we just be nice? Like, can we just be happy? Like, why is everyone bad? Whatever, I'm just gonna go. So thank you guys so much for listening to me today and hanging out with me. I appreciate it, and I'll most definitely be seeing you in the next one.